Back in 2003, after dropping the Black album, Jay-Z would announce his retirement from music. He says the reason was because he was tired and burned out from making music, but the truth is, he was actually hiding something behind the scenes that would change his life forever. It has been many speculation on why Jay-Z even made the decision to retire, since he was the biggest rapper in the world. Some say it was because he fell off and started to lose his hype. Others say it was because 50 Cent was so big at the time, he didn't want to live in his shadow. But in reality, the reason was much more complicated than that. In fact, Jay-Z didn't retire for any of these reasons. The truth is, Jay-Z actually retired because he was busy behind the scenes working on a 3-year business deal worth around $30 million. In these 3 years, Jay-Z would not only make successful business moves, but he would also finesse his longtime business partner Dame Dash out of millions of dollars. Jay-Z is all about the bag and would do anything to get there, even if it means making deals behind his partner's back. His longtime ex-partner Dame Dash even said that Jay-Z wasn't shit in a No Jumper interview.
Listen, if you ask anyone in the industry, it's a common knowledge that Jay ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Define ain't shit for our audience.
He's about the bag. You
Right.
know, we all know that. It's about he's self-preserving, period. Like, you know, it's just that the people he does it to don't have like Beyonce next to him. They don't have that kind of a power. But, you know, this dude here, everyone's looking. So I just think he kind of like, you know, like he used to do that shit. He's like, it's not even like a secret.
Jay-Z and Dame actually met back in Jay-Z's early years of rapping. And through this friendship, they began to partner up, with Dame helping to promote Jay-Z's first single, In My Lifetime, a decision Dame probably wished he never made. Dame and Jay-Z then went on to create their own record label called Rockefeller Records. But around 2003, Jay-Z had left Rockefeller Records, and many people were confused and wondered why he would do this, since the label was so successful. Little did they know, what had seemed to be success on the surface was really secret backstabbing going on underneath that would ruin everything. Since Rockefeller Records had started to become so popular, Dame Dash and Jay-Z would begin to get bigger in the music industry and would catch the attention of Def Jam Records. Through this, Dame Dash would set up a deal with Def Jam that would make Rockefeller Records the biggest record label at the time. This would then put Dame Dash into the spotlight and make him recognized in the industry as one of the top executives. But soon enough, just as fast as everything would go right for Dame, they would pretty soon go left. As Dame started to gain more fame, with that came more arrogance. And because of this, Dame started to develop an abrasive management style, which Jay-Z wasn't a fan of. This would start back in 1999 on the Hard Knock Life tour. There will be a video of Dame Dash getting angry because his artists were getting jackets that were branded with the Def Jam logo instead of the Rockefeller logo. This then led to a tense conversation between Def Jam CEO and Dame Dash.
Everybody wants a jacket. You want to do something, make a motherfucking Hard Knock Life tour jacket. We don't want that shit. No, why do I need Beanie Man and Memphis Bleak wearing a Def Jam jacket? They on Rockefeller. All of a sudden, niggas got jackets with their names on and on our tour. It makes it look like a Def Jam tour. Wait a second. All right, look, you're the president of the company, right? So that means you're smart. Am I right? So don't sit there and play dumb. Now, wait. If everybody on this tour has a Def Jam jacket on, what would be the general perception of this when people just walking around and don't know nothing? What would it look like?
After this, Dame Dash would grow a reputation as an arrogant leader. Jay-Z started to hate the fact that Dame Dash was starting to become more indulged in being a celebrity rather than a CEO, and wasting company money on bad business ventures. This will be seen in the 2009 XXL interview, with Jay-Z saying he believes Dame Dash is good at starting something, but constantly gets in his own way. Because of this, Jay-Z would proceed to break ties with Dame Dash, to then partner with John Manelli and Steve Stout for business support. Now with his own business team, combined with his ambition to pursue being a business executive, he then proceeded to announce his retirement after the Black album. In fact, this 3-year retirement would soon be the finesse Jay-Z used to rise above everyone he was associated with. While Dame Dash was still in the industry acting arrogant and prideful, Jay-Z and the CEO of Universal, Doug Morris, would have secret meetings discussing the potential of Jay-Z to join the executive ranks of Universal, and Dame was not happy about this. Memphis Bleak even tried to tell him about Jay-Z leaving before it even happened, but he didn't listen.
You was trying to tell him
that, my nigga, you moving too fast.
You wildin'.
Because I'm talking to the big homie. I'm hearing through the pipeline. You know, the streets talk. And I knew. I seen this day coming, my nigga. I told all of them. I had a conversation with each and every person.
Now, when you say that, who
Then, in 2004, Jay-Z would start to take action. After Kevin Liles had left Def Jam, they were left with no president of the board. So, since Def Jam were so impressed with Jay-Z operating things at Rockefeller, they offered him a 3-year deal worth $30 million that would pay him $10 million a year. Most importantly, this deal also included the clause to all of his Def Jam master recordings back to him. So not only did Jay-Z secure a $30 million deal and receive the masters back for all of his music, he also became the boss of Dame Dash since Rockefeller Records was under the Def Jam umbrella. And because of the arrogance Dame Dash had, he would then go on to sell his share of Rockaware to Jay-Z for $22 million because he would have rather been independent than Jay-Z be his boss.
So I really sold my interest in Rockaware so I could be completely independent. I was like, I'm gonna take all that money, which I did, and invest it in everything that I believe in. And no one can tell me nothing and I have to argue about it.
In the end, he thought that would have been a good investment, but later on, he would find out it wasn't. Because just a year later, Jay-Z would then proceed to finesse Dame Dash by selling Rockaware to licensing brand Iconica for $204 million. Jay-Z's 3-year tenure at Def Jam was pretty successful, overseeing many big projects. And in 2006, after his deal was coming to an end, he would announce his comeback with the Kingdom Come album. Then, by 2008, Jay-Z landed a new deal with Live Nation worth $150 million. And in 2013, would launch his own label, Roc Nation. And through this, he would launch his own sports agency called Roc Nation Sports, signing athletes like Todd Gurley, Des Bryant, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Kevin Durant. In the music section of Roc Nation, he represents artists like Rihanna, Shakira, Lil Uzi, Alicia Keys, and Mariah Carey. Today, Roc Nation is now worth around $75 million. He would then go on to buy back his contract from Def Jam for $5 million. This would then give him ownership of his catalog of music, which is now worth around $70 million. In 2014, he would buy the Armand de Braignac champagne brand, which sells for $300 a bottle. This company is now worth more than $300 million today. He also created Dulce Cognac in a joint venture with Bacardi. The revenue of this company has grown nearly 80% annually, and the brand is worth around $100 million. Jay-Z also has a massive investment portfolio, with one of those being a stake in Uber, which is now worth $70 million, combined with a portfolio that is valued at $220 million. Then, in 2015, he started his streaming service, Tidal, which is now worth $100 million. Add all of this to his $70 million art collection and his $50 million real estate portfolio, and it's easy to see why Jay-Z is worth over $1 billion today. In the end, Jay-Z knew what his plan was from the beginning, and that was to chase a bag. His goal wasn't necessarily to become a successful rapper, but it was to become a successful businessman. And that can be seen clear today, since although he hasn't officially retired from music, he has taken a step back from making records, but is heavily involved in business ventures. He didn't use his retirement to stop making music, but to merely take a break from it so that he could pursue the thing that he really wanted to do, and that was to become a billionaire. When Jay-Z became the CEO of the Def Jam record label, he was known as a laid-back, quiet, and behind-the-scenes kind of boss. But that wouldn't be the same case for another record label CEO on the West Coast, known as Suge Knight. Suge Knight was so ruthless and feared in the industry, he even supposedly hung Vanilla Ice off a balcony for $4 million. Oh, you never heard of that story? Well, click right there to find out.